Alright, I found the classroom. This is insane. Do kids usually make this much noise? I need to find a way to get those shitheads to listen to me. Please don't swear. Here goes nothing. Please don't swear to little kids, man. Oh, thank God. Shut up! There, nice and quiet. Was that really so hard? Now that I got your attention, only sacrificed my throat, but you know, whatever. What you brats lit? Hey, who are you? You're not Teacher Isabella. Oh, I know. Remember the story Teacher Isabella told us? He clothes himself in the colors of night. His skin is pale and sickly and white. His glare sends Pokemon running in fright. He is a Pokemon vampire! What? I'm not... excuse me, are you a Pokemon vampire? Do I look like one? Are you kidding me? Do I really look like a damn vampire to you? Yes! Rawr. Well, what? Obviously, you guys don't know what a rhetorical question is. But we know how to spot a Pokemon vampire, and we know that you suck Pokemon blood. Tastes like marmalade to you. You... Okay, listen here, you little they are children! Do not swear in front of the children! This is honestly starting to really piss me off. First of all, there's a difference between reality and what's but a shitty fairy tale. And secondly, for the love of all things unholy, I'm not a freaking vamp. Hey, did the Pokemon vampire just say a bad word? Yeah, Alex, the SH word, right? I heard him say it twice. Teacher Isabella told us if you say bad words, you get detention. Who gives a shit about detention? Who gives a shit about black clothes? You, take that back. Hey, Lucy said a bad word. I'm gonna tell her Teacher Isabella, and she's gonna give Lucy detention. Nah, she isn't. I said S-H-E-E-T for bed sheets, you silly head. Wait, you're Lucy? Wowie, smells yummy. What's it contain? Milk and a marmalade sandwich. Like, okay. I'll say that I have sworn in front of... Okay, what's the youngest kid I've sworn in front of? I think it's like age 13. Which, should I have? Maybe not, you can debate on that. I don't think these guys are 13 even. Well, also I know 13-year-olds, they swear. I was a late bloomer when it came to swearing. I didn't start swearing until like sophomore year of high school. A blood sandwich from Pokemon Vampire. It's from your sister, dumbass. And with that finally out of the way, just let me get out of here and... Who are you? What are you doing in my class? I was just... He's a Pokemon Vampire, Teacher Isabella. He's gonna get detention. Oh, shut up about that already. I don't even An intruder? No, you got it all wrong. Look. Wait, you're still a sophomore. No, I'm a junior, Nand. I'm in my second half of junior year. I'm gonna be a senior next year. I'm gonna be a senior citizen. Look, I swear I didn't do anything to them, okay? Yes, I'm a junior, Nand. No, I am on the younger end when it comes to juniors. I will say that. God. Well, then normally juniors are like 17, but I'm still only 16. It's because I was born in like July. So... And I also skipped pre-K. Because I was just... Well, no, I did preschool twice, and then skipped to kindergarten. It was a messy situation, let me tell you. I swear I didn't suck anyone. No, that wasn't what I... Oh, God, I'm gonna come to this. You know what? Screw it. Screw this shit. I'll just battle my way out of here. Honestly, with the amount of games I'm playing and how I've been very mixed on this game, at least for a while, this may be the last stream of Crimson and Cobalt. Just because of the issues we have brought before the court earlier. I don't know. And I was hoping it would, like, loosen up after a while, and maybe lessen on the swearing. Or if it was gonna do it, it would be, like, every once in a while. But it seems like it's something that the game is determined to keep doing. And I've got a lot of fan games I've been playing lately, so I'm probably just gonna... And that kinda sucks to say. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't like saying that. But I also want to say, yeah, that's fair. If you're not enjoying a game, then don't force yourself to continue. I will finish this stream, though, 100%. But, yeah, no, I'm not gonna stream this again. I just don't feel that would be fair to Armin, any of my viewers, me, because I don't want to be like... Because I know every time there's gonna be a swear word, I'm gonna go into another, like, long spiel about swear words in a Pokemon game is bad, and I feel like that would just get overly repetitive and not enjoyable to watch anyways. So. I'll do the stream. But I also want to preface this with, I am not enjoying the game. I am not like, oh my god, this game is crap. This game, I have never played a worse Pokemon fan game in my life. No. There is so much good in it. Anyways, I am dying. There is so much good in it. The mapping is amazing. I can definitely see the good aspects to Armin. It's just... Man, it has a huge gaping flaw in it for me. Hey, I recognize you. You're Taiko, aren't you? You were a student here some years back. So all you wanted was to deliver Lucy's lunch, but was instead mistaken for a vampire by my kids? Yep, sounds like a kind of situation Taiko would be stuck in. He's a good kid, Teacher Isabella. Tad bit moody, a little awkward at times, but still a very good kid nonetheless. Also, okay, this is another criticism I'll give. So, this is something I've learned recently. Yes, you need to have your characters, and especially protagonists, be interesting. But you should also make sure they're still likable. So far, with the protagonist, I have not seen any qualities about him that I would consider likable. I would not call him a likable protagonist. He has sworn in multiple cases, swearing in front of people who are not 10 yet. We know this because they're not Pokemon trainers yet. Now, they could be late bloomers when it comes to the trainers, but I'm gonna assume they are not university age. I'm gonna assume they are under the age of 10, and he just swore like a bunch in front of them and was like saying like, whatever, I'm gonna... And just in general has been sweary, has like constantly like talked down on people. Now, of course, could be cooking and doing a redemption arc type thing like with Irina, or like there's this really like sympathetic reason for him acting like this. They could pull something like that. But I feel like you can do that a little bit better when it's a secondary character that you don't see as much. Like with Irina, you don't really see her that much. Then you learn about the reason why she acts a little unlikably, and then she becomes more likable as time goes on. In this, we are constantly with this dude. He's the protagonist, which makes it a little harder to pull off. A protagonist, you kind of want your protagonist to be likable. And also, you have to tell us, like, this is a good kid. You can't be like, he may be awkward and a little weird at times, but he's a good kid. Like, you have to show us that. You can't... Yeah. In any case, I'm just glad we managed to clear things up. Class, this big brother you met isn't a Pokemon vampire at all. He's our senior, a Pokemon trainer. Wow, super awesome! That battle just now is so cool. Except I lost. I'm gonna become just like you one day. We're about to take a field trip down to Crystalline Cave. Why don't you join us? I'm sure the kids will love to have you come along. Yeah, join us, Taiko. It's gonna be so fun and cool. There's lots of Pokemon there. Come on, join us, please. I promise I won't laugh at your clothes anymore. Fine. Alright, I'll go. But only because you guys won't stop pestering me. Hooray! First step into darkness. Well, Taiko, how are you doing recently? Fine, I guess. Remember, you're always welcome back here anytime. Sure, thanks. Another thing, and this is more of a gameplay thing, I feel very lost in the direction this game's headed. I've been in this game for like an hour 50 minutes, and I don't really know where the aim of this game is going. It's like, I'm gonna become a Pokemon champion, but so far it's kind of felt like we're just going on side quests. Like, go and deliver this rock incense to this person. Now that may have actually been a side quest that I thought was continuing the story. Then go to the lab and pick up a Pokegear, and now you're gonna keep on going with the story, except you're not, because you have to go and drop off lunch to this girl, and now you're going on a field trip with this class of students. I'm just like, what's the journey here? What's the goal? What are we doing here? I don't really have a clear grasp of that yet, which I wish I had. Though again, it's a compliment, because I don't like bashing things, which I kind of feel like I am. True, yeah. This is really cool. Really nice attention to detail. If it was me, I would have just made this not passable, and made it that you couldn't walk on here. I also really like the nighttime fog. That looks really nice. A lot of the indoor maps have really impressed me. Because as Relic Castle's resident indoor map extraordinaire, a lot of times I find indoor maps quite, sorry to say this, lackluster in fan games, and that has not been the case in this. Like, this indoor map looks absolutely smack dab gorgeous. I want to build a bouncy ball, but my blocks are too square. I think it's the only thing I would to critique the indoor maps on. What tips do you have for indoor maps? I actually want to make a video on that at some point. Like a YouTube video. But, I don't know. But one thing that I was just gonna say about this indoor map, and just like break down my process, is like there's not really shadows underneath the objects, which help make it feel more part of the map and not like inputted onto it, and that's kind of just how things work in general. And we have these shadow pieces, so we could, for instance, here, okay, I'm gonna pull out, because I have the game project. I hate being like, alright, this is how you do it correctly, but I just want to prove my point and show kind of what I am talking about. Where was I? Chrysler City? Yeah. Here. Okay. Let me show desktop. God, this is risky. Okay. So yeah, we have this. So like, doing this to just add like a little bit of, I guess, just like dimensionality to it. Just little things like this. It really helps add a lot more than you would think, honestly. Oh, frick. But you have to do some trial and error, because obviously I put a little too much on under the couches. Can you put any under the couches without it looking weird? Let's try. Nope, that just, well, okay, we may just have to do this. Yeah, like I would say like half of shadow underneath an object generally looks good. Honestly, what if we do this? That looks like too much now. Right. Well, what if I do this? Again, like there's a little bit of trial and error to it. Yeah, I like how that looks. And just like doing... shadows really do make it look better. Exactly. It just makes it feel more like part of the scene. Like if we compare this indoor map to this one, it just makes it all feel like it's part of the same room compared to you made the shadows and it's just like placed onto it. And it just adds a little bit more depth, complexity. But definitely I think something that makes this indoor map good is just like the tiles that they use. Like there are so many like decorations and like little things about it. Each house is so different from each other. Like this one has just like these toy blocks and these race cars, and you can easily tell like, this is like a family with like a really young child that likes to play around. Well, this one, there's a piano. It's a little bit more of an elegant house, and just kind of like, I don't know, I can feel like these are different families that are living in these houses, and I can tell a little bit about these families from their houses, and I really like that. And Again, I'll probably go more in depth in a video about indoor maps because I honestly really have wanted to do that for a while. But just, yeah, to talk a little bit about that. Another thing, I've already brought this up, but to confirm my theory... Oh, wait. Wait, no. There isn't black here. Then why... okay. So detail is definitely a big thing with it. Oh, definitely. And also smaller... The smaller the better, I would say. Because you don't want it to feel big and empty. That's another big thing with, like, outdoor maps. Like, a lot of people I know are complaining about the abstract maps for being too small. But in my opinion, it's better to be too small and fill out the space than too big and empty. And that's what happens with a lot of indoor maps. It kind of feels like, I don't really know what I'm supposed to do, so I'm just not really going to put anything. And it kind of just feels empty, I think is the best word. I don't know. Or, like, another thing. Like here, I love doing this, like putting these underneath the mats. That's something I talked about before. Wait, people complain about the abstract maps being... Oh yeah, they complain about the cities being small. Oh, that's another one that we need out shadows for. I missed that. Anyways, there's my indoor mapping lesson for the day, I guess. I'm gonna continue playing on. Now that I've done my spiel. Oh, Frank, I did not mean a hard cut. My apologies, people. Oh yeah, and now it's gonna take forever to open up the game again. My apologies. Yeah, because it has to recompile for some reason. Who complained or rat them out? It was some people in the Relic Castle thread. No, yeah, like, look at this in the game now. I don't want to toot my own horn too much, but... I don't know, I think it personally looks better, and I just wanted to, illustrate what I was talking about. Anyways, we're going to the cave now. Though I do want to check out the university, because they said we could go in. We can't go up there, though. The Relic Castle comments are wild. I won't deny that, Nan. Like, no, I just feel like having these underneath the mat looks better, but I don't know. That may be personal preference a bit. I don't know. Another thing, I feel like the buildings are way more colorful than the grass. That may be just right now, because it's nighttime. But I don't know, I feel like the grass looks really saturated. Well, this is Magikarp. I'm not going to be here like... Obviously, Magikarp knows a bit more about Sparring than me. I'm just talking about, you know, what I feel as it comes to me. As per the museum's latest crowd control initiative, only those with a museum ticket are allowed past this point. I'm sorry, but we cannot let you in. Oh, god damn it. Been 5 years since its inception, and the museum is still as packed as ever. It's a good thing, of course. It's good that our history still hasn't been forgotten. We had to climb down Mount Hermosa to get rejected at the front door, then we really have to book our tickets 6 months in advance like everyone else. Yeah, I think you do. Sorry. Anyways, we have to go to a cave. Is it over here? Yeah, Pokégear. It is over here, alright. Also, I think a critique with just the town map, it looks like for a long time the town map is kind of just like a straight path, if that makes sense. Instead of like... Abstract did a really good job of it, the region not just being like a straight path. Like, that was another complaint I had with Galar. The whole region was just like, go upwards, instead of like Kanto, or even Kanto, where you're like going, and here it's like, you go right, you go up, and you go right, and you go up, and you go left, and there's like no other like diverging routes that go into other cities that you'll go into later. Like, I really like stuff like that, but it doesn't look like there's any of that. Oh no, I personally like when maps do that. Okay. I also feel like this game has really weak early mons. I'm not one to usually complain about stuff. Yeah, I hate linearity in maps. Well, I'm not the only one. But, what was I saying? Oh yeah, the early mons. I'm not one to complain too much about, like, Pokemon game stuff, because normally I don't talk about that stuff, but I'm like, man, there's not many diversity in, like, the early ones. I'm like, oh, there's an early flying Pokemon, and there's an early flying Pokemon, and there's an early normal type Pokemon. I also feel like there aren't any trainers in these routes, which is an odd choice. I don't know how I feel about it, to be honest. Because I don't like it when it's overstuffed with trainer battles, and I feel like I'm just trudging through these, like, clunky RPG battles, but... Huh? Small thing, looks weird that the player's mom is the same size as the opponent. Oh, mom. Not mom. Might be stylistic, but I prefer them being twice as... I prefer that too, yeah. Yeah, now that you mention that, that is. Yeah, Mon, I was... Not Mon. Yeah, I was very confused. Like, here, are you even a trainer? No, like, there are just these people that are just here and just talking, and I feel like it would make a lot more sense, in my opinion, if they were, like, trainer battles, and it would help with, like, training up your Pokemon, and I don't know. As a skeptic and future scientist, it is my onus. What the hell's an onus? To test that claim. Is that, like, purpose? Yeah, one's duty or responsibility. Okay, that's what I figured. Have fun staring at a damn tree all day. Yeah. It does worry me a little bit about, like, getting under-leveled, though, because I'm like... I don't know. I don't know how many battles it wants me to go through when you're out. Normally you can go, oh, it wants me to go through all of these, like, wild battles. I mean, all these trainer battles. And then I'll most likely be in a mostly good spot when it comes to... I'm not pressing control, just to let you know. Alright. Well, this makes things easier. Wait. Trainer battle! Right when I was saying that. You're about to face a trainer school's top scorer. No, I don't think this is the direction I was supposed to go. But I'm gonna see where it takes me. Frank, wait, I'm low level though. I'll be fine. But no, now I just know it's like, oh yeah, I need to play Hellgirl. Especially because I've made a game with Hellgirl in it, I kind of feel contractually obligated to play it. Oh, we have Absorb, thank God. I totally did that on purpose. Frank, though Pidgey's gonna die soon. Wait, no! Okay, do fire. I have potions, I always forget to use potions. God, I just spray it everywhere. No, I was gonna use Absorb. Well. No, it's not over yet. Oh, okay. I like that change of the dialogue of, like, going back to the Pokemon Center, because it adds, like, a little bit of personality to the protagonist. It helps me see his character a little bit more, and also shows, like, attention to detail. Okay, so you're a trainer. Good to know. Anyways, I'm gonna go on the route as intended. Frick. Spam quick attack, Trico. But no, since everyone in the insert name cham's here, I think I was gonna say this earlier, but I forgot. Oh, frick, I'm drowsy. Gotta get this over with then. Since all of us are in the insert name jam that are here in chat, you guys excited for Friday? God, the insert name jam starts in 4 days. Pidgey, why don't you have a flying type move, whatever? I'm gonna be honest, I'm more ready than I should be. Every day I'm like pulling myself back from, like, starting early. Because, like, every day I'm like, I just want to start, because honestly, I really do love my idea. It is slightly edgy. I don't know if it's more or, like, the same amount of edgy as, like, abstract my idea, for the story at least. Because kind of how it is, it's... The story is very much like a side piece next to the gameplay. We're definitely going to be focusing a lot more on the gameplay than the story. Like, very much you could put comparisons to what, like, me and King Waluigi are planning to Precognition and Ultralight. Like, that style of game is what we're going to do. So, you can look forward to that. The other thing I think I'm talking about publicly is it's a future Alola game. So yeah, me and King Waluigi are actually making an Alola game again, because if you don't know, he was supposed to make Lost Power with me, but that didn't end up happening, so we're fixing that mistake with actually making right, no, we're not gonna walk there. With actually making a Alola game together. Oh wait, you're supposed to? Oh, this looks like a top of a cliff. No, this is just like a different path. I don't know if I'm gonna make a game since I have a bunch of ideas, but I really like the story I have. I really like the story I had. And then King Waluigi shot it down for, a Doki Doki Literature Club Pokemon crossover. I really love the story I had. But then he shot it down. And I'm probably never gonna make it now because of how he shot it down. He didn't shut it down because it was bad. I don't even think I really went in-depth on the story. It was more like the project idea. He was like, I don't know if I can get into that because he hadn't played the DLC and, like, wasn't familiar with it. Yeah, Doki Doki Pokemon. It's gonna be called Doki Doki Pokemon Club. But no, he wasn't gonna be in it because he hadn't played Doki Doki Literature Club and didn't really know much about it. I have, believe it or not. Team Sayori. But, and he was like, oh yeah, making a Doki Doki Literature Club Pokemon crossover may not be the best idea just because not many people in this community have probably played DDLC, and it's like, it's such a small, like, audience space, and I'm like, yeah. Alright, Tycho, you gotta look at this. Also, sorry, I will never be able to look at this cave, right? Because its name is like one letter off of being called the cave from Trapped. Crystalline Cave, Crystallion Cave. The crystals are moving. They're smiling at us. How cool is that? Those aren't crystals, you silly head. They're Pokemon. That's right, Lucy. Very observant. In fact, all these crystals you see around you are made up of clusters and clusters of wild Carbink. They've been in Crystalline Cave longer than anyone can remember, but there are legends that even more of them can be found deep underground, living in a secret kingdom of jewels alongside a pink Carbink princess. Oh! Is this game gonna be a Diancie game? Please tell me it's gonna be a Diancie game. If this is a Diancie game, I'm so hyped. Alright class, did you all bring your sketchbooks? Let's find some Carbink and sketch some pictures of all of them. Yeah! But before that, shall we recite the 3 golden rules of field trips? 1. Don't disturb the Pokemon. 2. Don't wander off too far. And 3. Always listen to the teacher. Very good, everyone. Stay close to one another in places where I can see you, understand? Now off you go, have a great time. Hey, are you thinking what I'm thinking? I don't want to draw any old normal Carbink, that's boring. How about we draw the Carbink princess, then we'll have the best drawing ever. Ooh, great idea, I love princesses. Oh no, is Diancie just gonna be in this game and not the whole game? Don't do Diancie like that, Armin. Let's go find one right now. Diancie deserves a whole game. Pfft, you guys make it sound like it's easy. But Carbink princesses are probably rare as hell. Maybe even fake, like Pokemon vampires. That's why they're legends, see? Also, don't they live underground? Do we look like we're underground to you? Aha! If we climb down this ladder, then it'll bring us underground! Come on, you just recited your field trip rules a little second ago! You know you're not supposed to wander off from this area. Unless... You come with us, Tycho. Since you're a trainer, your Pokemon can protect us, right? Okay. If we go with what I want to say, I would say no rules are rules. But, if we're talking about the character Taiko in this game, he would say, fine, screw the rules, because obviously he is a rebellious teenager who's not a teenager. He's a person who swears to people under the age of 10. He would definitely be a screw the rules anarchist type dude. So, do I want to listen to the character Taiko or actual Taiko? I guess since it's character Taiko talking to, well, I don't see an issue. I know I can count on my Pokemon. Plus, if there truly is a Kyber princess somewhere, maybe, just maybe. Oh, I thought he was gonna win it, dang it. Can I catch it for myself? Still, I guess it doesn't hurt to make sure. Hey, wait here for me, alright? Let me ask your teacher for permission first. I'll try and convince her to let us go downstairs. I thought you said screw the rules. Oh, what's the matter, Taiko? They were right there a literal second ago. No, I can't find them anywhere else either. Are you kidding me? I walk away for one moment and they... See, this is a moment of, like, showing Taiko as a better person. Like, this is where I'm like, okay, there are redeeming qualities to him. He is like, alright, I hear what you're saying, but I'm not gonna go behind the teacher's back. They're the authority figure. I'm gonna ask them for permission first. That shows a good quality in Taiko. I like this. Do I feel like it aligns with other things we've seen of the character? No. But it shows that we're seeing good qualities of him now, at least. And they... Look, I'm gonna look for them. I sort of gave them the idea to go underground. If anything were to happen to them. It's not your fault, Taiko. I'm sure you didn't expect this. Still, I'll bring those idiots. Children. Back to you guys, okay? I really do not appreciate you calling them those names, Taiko. But, thank you so much for offering to help us. Please be careful down there and give me a call once you have news. And that's another, like, indicator of, like, good character in Taiko. Is like, you know, I kind of gave them the idea to do this. I'm gonna go down and save them myself. Instead of, like, her being like, hey, you need to be the one to do it, and him going, fine. He showed some good character. Anyway, how did these kids not get, like, utterly terrified stepping down here and run all the way back up right when they step down here? If it was me, I would go down here, be terrified out of my effing mind, and scream scream running back up the ladder. I can see what Armin was cooking now. I can start to see it too. Do I think the swearing was necessary? I feel like we have established no. But I retract a little bit what I was saying earlier about showing good qualities in the person. I wish we saw that a little bit more, because now I'm like, I feel like we're seeing a completely different person. Like, you heard how I described him before. I feel like he's a person, screw the rules, let's disobey the teacher. That's what I thought he was going, but he didn't. So I didn't really see that side of him. I wish we saw that a little bit earlier, but it's not a deal breaker. It's one of those things I'm like, you didn't do it badly, but it could have been, I wish you did it slightly better. But I see what you're cooking now. The swearing is a huge turn-off for me, though, unfortunately. Yeah. Are we still baby's first curse word? They're still swearing, if that's what you're asking. Like, he called the children dipshits to the teacher. It is getting better, and we can see what Armin's cooking. Yes, we can see the good qualities of the protagonist. No, it doesn't. But hey. I can at least see what Armin's going for. For a while, I was like, I have no idea what this game is trying to do. I see what this game is trying to do. Do I think they get it successfully? That's a different story. But we can at least see it. Okay, that's a repel. I may have to use that. Oh, I do have to compliment. The cave encounters here, so far, have not been terrible. Normally, in Pokemon fan games, even I've been kind of... not a victim, a culprit of this. wrong word, really wrong word, a culprit of this. Most of the time in Pokemon fan games, the cave encounters will be so just crap, and just like every step, encounter after encounter, but so far they have been really manageable. And I really like that. Also, I haven't checked yet, do we have an experience chair? I'll check later. Are you a culprit or a victim? Yes. Okay, save line was caught. I mean, let's see when we get experience. Sony experience? We don't have experience share. Okay. That's another thing. I know Tomic shares the same feeling as me. In fact, he got mad even when I had the... Well, he didn't get mad. He critiqued me even when I still had an experience share from the beginning, but it was the old type one, because I couldn't remember how to make the new type experience share, so I just got lazy with Broken and just gave you the old type. But also, battling wasn't a big deal in Broken anyways, so it wasn't the end of the world. But I definitely prefer games with experience share over not. And then, you know, if you don't, and if people don't want it, they can turn it off. Us, who want it, we can't really do anything to will it into existence. You know what I mean? Nothing. I can't find them anywhere here, which means they must have already gone down to B2. Two preschoolers, both without Pokemon of their own. In a sparely lit labyrinth of a cave, one chock full of wild Pokemon at that, navigating to B2 faster than my Pokemon. Real, it's just a quality of life thing that all fan games should have, to be honest. Along with running shoes. Like, for me, it's as, like, needed as running shoes. Navigating to B2 faster than my Pokemon than I can, isn't it more likely that they died? Eviscerated by some feral Sableye? And if that's the case, wouldn't I have found their corpses lying somewhere? I should really stop thinking about stuff like this, huh? Yeah, dude. You're starting to creep the kids out, man. I thought you were a vampire. Though it also does not surprise me when you're going on about corpses. I do feel that the general experience should be lowered a bit when the experience all is there, because I do find it weird that we're ending games at like level 80, 90 for ancient games. Yeah, well, I think that happened with Abstract just because... I think that happened with Abstract not because you were getting too much... I think it could have been that you were getting too much experience, but I think it just was, like, with the level scaling, they would always be at a spot that they would give you a lot of experience, because you wouldn't be finding a bunch of low-leveled Pokemon, you wouldn't be finding these, like... Pokemon always at your level. Oh, really? Oh, then I don't know what you're saying. What to say then. Oh, Abstract, that was basically at 100. Yeah, also, wait, Abstract has more maps? Ned, why did you make a Pokemon fan game in 6 weeks with more maps than actual Pokemon games? Oh yeah, people are also complaining on Abstract, joking about that a little bit. Me joking, not them. Well, I was feeling quirky. I feel that. Just built different, indeed. No, people are complaining that there weren't enough side quests in the game. I'm like, there were side quests at all? Because saying there's not enough would assume that there weren't any to begin with. Why did the back circle suddenly become bigger? You, when are you? I could ask you the same thing, you know? You still haven't answered my question. Alright, I'm looking for 2 kids, preschoolers, a boy and a girl. Womp womp, you have 27 routes, cry about it, kid. Exactly. 27 routes, a full story that really gets good at the end. Have you seen them? No, why would I have? This is the bottommost level of Crystalline Cave. I think another complaint was like, a lot of people said that they felt lost a lot of the time and wished there was a little more guidance. Like, there was one recently that was like game 2 out of 10. Okay, but couldn't you technically change the XP all to give like 25% experience instead of 50? Yeah, you could probably also do that. If you still want this to be a more challenging experience. It's open world. Yeah, I didn't 100% get it, but I feel like they were mainly talking about stuff like, because there was things that kind of broke out of the mold of Pokemon conventions, like the starter evolutions. When you want open world, but you also want your handheld moment. Yeah, I don't know. I think a good indicator to if it is... No, yeah, I don't think there is an excuse for that. No, it's an open world game. We're gonna leave you to your own devices. Like, that's kind of how it was with Broken, too. I feel like Broken was also kind of open world in the sense of, here are a bunch of things. Do it. No, honestly, yeah, Broken was an open world game. I did it before it was cool. Look at me. But, like, I remember someone complaining, it's like, I didn't really know what to do it sometimes. And I'm like, but that was kind of the point. It was supposed to be like an explore, find activities to do. Now, I'm not gonna say Broken's perfect gun. I've found so many flaws with it lately. Especially when Eevee played it recently. I'm just like... Especially the past sections. The past sections are so much worse than the future sections. But anyways, I'm going on so many tangents this stream, but I don't really care.